Good evening. My name is Tolga Saydan, and I'm going to tell you today how I conduct a daily tour. Okay, it's morning. I go to the port earlier than my tour arrives, and I meet my travel agency staff. I take my file. I just check the file one by one. I make sure everything is okay. The tour is written perfectly, and then I go to the bus and I meet my driver and I talk about the tour with him. So I make sure he understands everything, that where he's going to leave us and when and where he is going to meet us again. I get his mobile number so that I can contact him, and then I start waiting for our guests. Okay, here they are. Our guests arrive one by one. I have my sign with me, number 6, number 7, whatever. And then, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. If they don't have their tickets, I say, may I have your ticket, please? And then I get their ticket one by one. Please get on the bus. Please take a seat. So everybody's getting on the bus, but we have some late passengers. So I get on the bus again and I take the microphone and I said, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for keeping you wait, but we must wait for some guests. Thank you for understanding. And then I got out of the bus. I wait a little bit more. Here they come, our late passengers. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. And they say, excuse us, we are late. It's okay, no problem. And then I take their tickets. Then I count everybody on the bus. I fill the form. I sign the form that we're leaving. And then I give all the tickets. I put them in an envelope and I give all the tickets to our travel agency. I get their notice. I get on the bus and we start moving slowly. Now I take the microphone and I say, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tolga Saydan. I will be your tour guide today, and I will be doing this with our driver. Our driver's name is Mr. Kadir, for example, and he will be with us for this full day tour. Then, I've been guiding for 27 years, and I'm a licensed guide from the Turkish Tourism Ministry. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are going to do today, our program, and we are going to visit today the icons of Istanbul, and we are going to drive to the heart of Constantinopolis, the old town, and I'm going to show you the highlights of Istanbul on our way. And we are going to today visit Hagia Sophia. We are going to visit the Blue Mosque. We are going to visit the Hippodrome, and then we're going to have a fantastic lunch. And then in the afternoon, we are going to go and visit the Grand Bazaar. So everybody's, looking at me. And ladies and gentlemen, here we are. And then we are going to come back to the port. And then we leave the port. And then I start talking about what we have on your left side, on your right-hand side. On your left-hand side, ladies and gentlemen, we have Kılıç Ali Pasha Mosque. Kılıç Ali was an Italian man. He was kidnapped by the Moroccan pirates at the age of 20 in 1520. He was on his way to Naples to become a priest, and he found himself in the army of Ottoman Empire. In the Ottoman Empire, he became a navy admiral in 20 years at the age of 40. He won many battles, but he lost his last battle in the arms of a concubine. People start laughing. They like this story. In fact, this is a true story, so I'm not making this up. This is a true story. So his close friend, Mimar Sinan, the head architect, built this mosque for him in 8 years, and it is open in 1588. Okay, now, we have some laugh, and we're going on the road. We come to the bridge, and we come to the old banking district of Constantinopolis, and I'm giving them some information about the city. The name of the city was Constantinopolis because Constantine, he formed the city. He gave his name to the city in the beginning of 320s. And polis in the old Greek language means the city, and Constantine was the founder. Constantinopolis means the city of Constantine. Polis is an old Greek name because Constantine spoke Greek, the Koine Greek, which was spoken outside of Athens. And we are going, and here it is. We are in the banking district, old banking district of Turkey. Once upon a time, in the Ottoman Empire, especially in the 1800s, there was a big Jewish community living and working in these banks. Today, still, we have a very nice Jewish community and we are living peacefully in harmony with each other. I noticed that because today in Turkey, still, we have thousands of Jewish people and we are living in harmony and peacefully with them. So I noticed that in the Ottoman Empire, we had different religious groups, different nations, and they were living in harmony, peaceful together. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going and we are turning on the coast road, and here it is. We are on the coast road. On your left-hand side, we have the Theodosius walls, and on your right-hand side, we have the Bosphorus, and on the other side of the Bosphorus, we have the Asian side. And the water, I'm saying on your left-hand side, used to finish by the walls on your right-hand side. And this road is built on the water, Now, I tell my driver, if he's fast, I tell my driver slowly, if he can a little bit slow down. So he slows down. We are continuing. And I say, do you know the name of this road? Now, the people, because they're there for the first time, most of them, 99%, they're there for the first time. So they don't know the name. So I say, if you open your Google Maps, if you open your iPhone Maps, and if you make the road bigger, you're going to see the name of this road. I'm going to give you a clue. I open my phone, I sit down, and I put the microphone on my phone. And here it is. John F. Kennedy speaking on the phone. I have his speech on my phone. And he's giving his famous quote about going to the moon. He chose to go to the moon, not because it's easy, but because it's hard. And I stop there. And people, of course, start saying, John F. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy. And I turn around and I say, yes, John F. Kennedy Road. And here, in a few hundred meters, you're going to see his name on the sign. We approach to the lights, and I show them the light. I show them the sign, John F. Kennedy Road. Everybody's surprised. And I say, in a historical place like this, look on your left-hand side, the historical Bosphorus. On your right-hand side, the historical walls. And the road is given to a former American president name. What a privilege, I say. Everybody's, most of my guests are American. So, they have confidence because they're more relaxed. They have their laughters. They're keen with, I respect John F. Kennedy. I respect all religious groups. So, they're very, very now relaxed. And we come on, we turn around, we come to the old part of the city. And in the old part of the city, I say, soon we are going to leave our bus. So please, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you take your belongings. I tell them how long we will be away from the bus, because the buses leave and go away and park, and it is difficult to call them back since there's a big traffic and they park far away. So I say, please, if you want to leave your belongings, you can leave your belongings on the bus, but please do not leave something very valuable like your passports, like your money, like your husband, like your wife. And they start laughing again. So we stop, and then I go out and I say, ladies and gentlemen, I will be waiting with my sign. Please, let's meet outside. I leave the bus and I'm waiting them with my sign. Here they come, one by one. I count them, and ladies and gentlemen, please come. They start coming. If I have a microphone and the earplugs, which I gave them while they were getting on the bus or on the bus, then I talk on the microphone. It's up to the travel agency, and if they bring a case full of microphones and earplugs. If they don't, then I start, of course, shouting according to how many people we have. If it is a small group, I don't shout that much, but I make sure everybody hears me and everybody can listen to me. I gather the people and I start moving and I say, please, ladies and gentlemen, follow me. I start going, but I turn around multiple times. to make sure everybody is following me. No one is getting out of the road so that they don't get lost. Because most of my passengers are elderly people. So I have to walk slowly. I walk slowly. Now, we come in front of Hagia Sophia and I gather everybody. Now people look, they start taking pictures. Some people ask me if they can take pictures inside, and I say, of course, ma'am, you can take pictures, but no flashes inside. But outside you can take pictures however you want to. Now, I give them a little bit information about history of the Hagia Sophia. Now, let's do. I said, ladies and gentlemen, this incredible edifice you see in front of you, is called Hagia Sophia. Sophia does not refer to a woman called Sophia. Sophia refers to wisdom, and Hagia Sophia refers to wisdom, holy wisdom. It is dedicated to one of the characteristics of God. However, there used to be two more churches before this one was built. So I talk about the first church, I talk about the second church built on the spot, and I start talking about the building, the edifice that they're seeing. And I tell them, this one has been built in between 532 to 537, and the commissioner of the church, this Eastern Orthodox Church, was Justinianus. Now, Justinianus has commissioned this church, and this church has been finished in 537, and then the Turks captured the city, and they converted the church into a mosque. So the first minaret is added in 1453. Then in different centuries, the other three are added. So it has got four, look at them, they have four different minarets, spirals. And the mosque at the time has been converted into a museum in 1934. In 1934. Okay. Now, this is today. It is not a museum anymore because 4 years ago, by the president's decision, the museum at the time has been converted into a mosque. Today, for the foreign visitors, the second floor is open for visits, and the first floor is open for Muslim prayers to come and pray. So, we're going to visit the second floor. I have your barcodes, so you don't have to wait in the line to get tickets. We don't have to wait. So I have the barcodes from the travel agency, the partners of, for example, Viking Cruise or Regent Cruise. So let's go to the second floor, I say. We're walking. I'm again looking that everybody's following me. I'm walking, ladies and gentlemen, this way. On your left hand side, for example, you can see this. On your right hand side, this one. And then we come to the ticket counter. Maybe we wait a little bit, and then we come to the ticket counter, and I say, everybody, please, one by one, please pass and wait for me. So I use the barcodes. One, pass, man. Please wait for me a little bit further away on the right hand side next to the wall. Again, please pass, please pass, please pass. Everybody is there. Let's say I have 24 people. 24. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming. Then I pass, and then I gather everybody. I go a little bit quickly in front of them, and I say, this way, ladies and gentlemen. And I start going to the top, and I start talking. Let's say I'm starting on the microphone, and I say, I'm talking on the microphone. Everybody can hear me. Please raise your hands if you can hear me. Okay. So I'm talking, I'm walking and talking. Let's say I don't have a microphone. I'm talking a little bit, and I'm walking a little bit, and then I gather the people on the second floor. And here we are. Let's speak. Ladies and gentlemen, we are on the second floor of Hagia Sophia. Now, the second floor, back in the time, was preserved for women. Women used to come to the second floor and attend to religious ceremonies. When the Turks conquered the city and converted here into a mosque, they didn't use the second floor. Everybody prayed on the first floor, but also they separated women and men on the first floor. And while it is used as a museum, the second floor is open again. Okay, you can see fantastic mosaics here. When the Turks conquered the city and converted it into a mosque, they covered the whole mosaics by white plasters, And when here was converted into a museum, the white plasters are taken out. So now we can see wonderful mosaics. So somebody asks me, now here is converted into a mosque 4 years ago. So why did not cover the mosaics again? Somebody asks. And I say, well, luckily, I say, because it's luckily they haven't covered them. They respect mosaics, and I hope they never cover. So we see these mosaics, ladies and gentlemen. Keep walking. So, what are these mosaics? They are made of bricks, gems, parts of gold, and glasses by an incredible Byzantine technique. With a Byzantine technique, Byzantine is the later edition, we can say, of Eastern Roman Empire. And we start walking. These columns, ladies and gentlemen, you see these incredible marble columns on the second floor. And please look to your first floor. We come to the wall and start looking at the first floor. These columns, ladies and gentlemen, they are believed to be brought from the Artemision temple, which used to be next to Ephesus today. So these columns are from the Artemision temple. Of course, the people say, wow, wow. So we walk. I give a little bit more information about the mosaics downstairs also. We start moving. And I talk about the mosaics. I talk about the Empress Lounge. We come to a rectangle. Here, ladies and gentlemen, here was reserved for the ladies. And on this circle, I show the circle. On this circle, Empress used to stand and watch the whole ceremony. And at the end, on the first floor, you can see the altar. And today, instead of the altar, there is mihrab showing the direction of Mecca. So downstairs, you can see people praying in the direction of Mecca. Okay, we walk around. We come to a point, and I say, look, once upon a time, some Vikings came to the city, and they were the close protectors of the king. And king, at the time, in the 10th century after Christ, he gave this area for the Vikings to attend the ceremonies. And in this area, with some old runic alphabet, the Vikings wrote some letters. For example, one of them is Halvadan. That's the king. That's their king's name. Okay, we walk around. We see a little bit about a couple of more mosaics. I show the mosaics. I talk about the mosaics, and I make sure everybody is following me. And they ask me questions about the pictures, and I say, you can take pictures, but please do not use your flashes. If someone uses flashes, of course, I tell them not to use their flashes because there's security there also. And then we leave the mosque because it's used as a mosque today. And we leave the mosque, we go out, and I make sure everybody's coming one by one. I count again everybody. I tell everybody if they liked it. I ask if they need a bathroom now, a toilet break. Some people might. So we leave the former church. We walk a little bit, and I found a toilet for them. And I asked them if they have Turkish lira, because the toilets today accept Turkish lira. If they don't have it, it's change. It's just nothing. So I give Turkish lira to the toilet. I tell the people to wait. I bring the people to the toilet, and then I pay, or with some Istanbul card, I pay for them. They pass because it's their first time to Istanbul, and they did not have a time to change their money. That's why, and it's just very little money, so I pay for it. And then we keep going. We visit the mosque, we visit the hippodrome, then we go to lunch, and it's all in same procedure. At the lunch, I make sure everybody has got their meal right on time. If there's a vegetarian, if they don't like fish or chicken or whatever, and we go to Grand Bazaar. I show them around. I give them free time. I tell them what they can buy, where they can exchange money, which currency they can use, if they can use their dollars or euros or their credit cards, what they should be sure of or not. If they want something very specific, I can take them, bring them. For example, some people wants to buy postcards, so I take them and I show them where they can buy the postcards, and then I give them meeting time with my time. I arrive to our meeting time before they come. I wait around. If they ask some questions, I gather them with my sign. I walk. In the meantime, I called the driver before. So in the meantime, the driver is on his way. The driver comes, pick us up. If that's our program for today, so we go back to the port. I make sure that everybody gets one by one on the bus. I get on the bus. I make sure, of course, that the air condition is working. If the bus driver didn't turn on the air condition, as I told him before in the morning, sometimes they skip it, unfortunately. And very in a little tone in Turkish, I say to our driver, "Can you please open the air condition, please?" And then he opens the air condition. "Please, can you close the window?" He closes the window, and I start talking. If there's a water, I give 1 bottle of water to everybody. And, I say, "Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to show my city to you. Thank you for our driver for driving us safely." Everybody claps. "Thank you for our travel agency staff. They were all around with us. Thank you for Viking Cruise. Thank you for Regent Cruise staff. Or thank you for Norwegian Cruise Line for giving us this opportunity. And I hope you had a nice day." Yes. So I hope you a very good night. I hope you have a very good week. At the end of your tour, I wish you a safe travel back home, back to United States, back to United Kingdom, back to Australia, wherever they're from. Because during the tour, I ask them where they come from, of course. So at the end of the tour, I stay next to my bus. I say goodbye to everybody. Some people give gratitudes. Of course, I take them. I do not show any, like non-acceptance. I take everything and I say, "Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am." I never look at my tip, what they gave or something. And then here is the way, here is the exit, etc. Here is the entrance, Here is the entrance. If the ship has got one more night there, if they ask me, what to do at night, I give information about it also. Everything is fine. We're in the port. I share my gratitudes with the driver. Even though they tip the driver, I share my gratitudes, no matter how much it is. And then I take my file. I go to the travel agency staff over there. I give my files. I give the plaques. I give everything. I give the sign. I give, if there's a microphone, I make sure everybody's leaving the microphone also. And then I finish my job. It's a long day. If it is crowded, it is crowded. It's even a longer day. I need to go home. I need to rest. I need to take a shower. And I have to be ready for the next day. So, that's it. All with my old laughters. Sometimes, of course, serious issues. Sometimes relaxing moments. But we have a great day. At the end of the day, most of the times, we give surveys. And as Tolga Saydan, my surveys are incredibly good. I'm one of the most pointed, let's say, ranked tour guides in Turkey, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you very much for giving opportunity to make a video. And one day maybe we meet each other. Why not? Thank you and good night.